Chapter 8. Compromise. With her return, King Jack made Lisa a princess of the Dwarf Hotot kingdom, and she stayed in the palace living a life of decadence. She got to meet her 4 brothers, as well as her other brothers and sisters from Queen Bella. They were all happy to meet her, and they invited her to play with them. "They all like me," Lisa told Queen Bella, when she asked her how Lisa was settling in. "Did you think they weren't going to like you?" Queen Bella asked curiously. There was a nod from Lisa, and she told Queen Bella that her brothers and sisters in the Holland kingdom didn't like her when they were young. "I was very ugly and stupid, and they didn't invite me to play," Lisa said. "My poor darling, you must have been lonely," Queen Bella said. "Yes, but Lady May always played with me, and she would rub my fur and hold me. She played music and made me fall asleep. Lady May is really nice, and she cares about us," Queen Bella told Lisa. "She loves all lives, and she often says we are the same as humans and worthy of respect. A rabbit's life is short, between 8 to 12 years, so she wants us to live our brief lives in happiness and comfort. Yes, she also feeds me good food and herbs that help me to get better," Lisa said. "You don't look ugly now. Why did your siblings think that you were ugly?" Telling other rabbits that she had entered the rabbit fairy garden was okay with the queen of the garden, so Lisa told Bella about how she had stumbled upon the rabbit fairy garden. "That is a legendary secret garden," Queen Bella said. "I heard the legend of it when I was a kid." "Yes. It is the same garden, and that was where I met the Queen of the Fairies, and she gave me some leaves to eat," Lisa told her. "I ate the leaves before heading to bed, and when I woke up, I was beautiful." "Really? That must be the power of the fairies." Queen Bella was pleased that Lisa was beautiful, but she didn't like the fact that the bunnies of Holland had ignored Lisa because she wasn't pretty and had started to speak to her only after she became beautiful. "I don't blame them, Mother. They were young at that time, and I wasn't pleasant to look at back then," Lisa said. "Nevertheless, they shouldn't have ignored you," Queen Bella replied. "You are just like my sister Nyla. You only see the good in people, and you are kind just like she was. Mom was just like me." Queen Bella nodded and told Lisa that Nyla would have loved to meet her. King Oliver had told Nyla that Lisa was dead, so Nyla had given up, but she had never stopped thinking about her. If Nyla had known that Lisa was alive and well, she would have gone to Holland to bring Lisa back to Dwarf Hotot where she belonged. "I know she would have, and I'm really happy to know that she didn't abandon me," Lisa told Queen Bella. "I know you are." Queen Bella was stroking her head. I helped your father take care of your siblings after your mother passed away. They lived a happy life. If you were here, you would have had the same life. My father loves you. Yes, one day, we fell in love. Our love was different from the love between your father and Nyla. They fell in love at first sight, a love that was like a beautiful rose with its passion. Our love was like an elegant chrysanthemum. It sounds beautiful, Lisa exclaimed. All three of us followed our true hearts. There is more than one kind of true love. Your father and I understand and help each other. Love can make us forget the time, but time can't make us forget love. We have been through the journey of life together. But we will never forget your mother, Nyla. Jack is a great king, husband, and father. There was a knock on the door, and one of Lisa's siblings asked if she would like to play with them. In a moment, Lisa replied, Go and play with them, Queen Bella said. Lisa thanked her and followed her brother, who asked if she had any stories to tell them. Do you know about the Rabbit Fairy Garden? That isn't a new story, he replied. Mom and Dad have told us that story many times. Of course, I know. But I have been there. You have? He asked, excitement his voice. Wow, that is cool. Yes, and I can tell you what the garden looks like and all about the fairies in the garden. Lisa told them about the Rabbit Fairy Garden but didn't tell them how to get there. It wasn't the only story she told them. She told them about her life in Holland, General John, Daisy, Leah, her brothers and sisters, King Oliver and Queen Lucy. They enjoyed her stories a lot. After they were done listening to stories, they would play in the garden. When the heat of the day became too much, they would nap under the great sheltering boughs of trees. Everyone in the Dwarf Hotot kingdom accepted her for who she was, and they all loved her. She was their princess, and they greeted her, played with her every chance they got, and gave her a lot of gifts. In addition to all the new friends and family she gained, Lisa also became close with General Alex. Since he was the one who was responsible for her security, he often came to check up on her to see if she was doing well. As you can see, I'm happy here, Lisa told him. And to think, you weren't eager to follow me at first, Alex said. They both laughed at the memory. Did you deliver my message to the goldfish? Lisa asked Alex. On discovering that King Jack was indeed her father and the Alex wasn't lying, she had sent Alex with a message to the goldfish to assure him that she was all right. Yes, Princess. I asked the goldfish deliver your message to the fairies because I couldn't find their secret garden. Maybe you don't have a pure heart, she joked. No, I have a pure heart, but I'm always hungry. Maybe fairies worry I would eat all their leaves and flowers, so they hide it, they laughed. The goldfish, the dragonfly, and the fairies were all happy to hear that Lisa was all right, and they delivered the message to Lisa saying they would miss her. For now, Lisa was enjoying her time in Dwarf Hotot Kingdom. Would you like to play with me? Alex asked. Every day when Alex came, he would chase her around and they played and jumped together. Lisa wasn't sure exactly what her feelings for Alex were, but she knew she could feel a tickling sensation rush through her body and her heart beat faster whenever Alex was around. When she told this to King Jack, he laughed and told her that he couldn't believe that she was already in love. Am I? Lisa asked, confused. Yes, sweetheart. Alex is a good rabbit, and he is very smart. Lisa was in love with Alex and Alex also loved her back. The two of them spent more and more time together, getting to know each other better. While most everyone was happy with how things had worked out, there was one rabbit who wasn't. The news of Lisa's return to Dwarf Hotot Kingdom had spread quickly and had reached Holland. In a way, King Oliver was taken back but had also been pleased to know that Lisa would soon get the revenge Oliver thirsted for. Now, all he had to do was wait to hear that Lisa had avenged him. The first few days, there were no news, making him worried about her. Then, King Oliver's spies told him that Lisa had reconciled with King Jack and was now living as a Dwarf Hotot princess. Oliver was furious when he heard the news. What an ungrateful girl. I treated her so well, loved her as if she was my own daughter, and she has betrayed me. It was to be expected, my lord, John said. She doesn't have the heart for revenge. Lisa is kind and forgiving. That was something King Oliver knew, but he thought he had ensured that she wouldn't feel any pity or show King Jack any kindness. King Oliver was further annoyed that King Jack and his new queen, Nyla's sister, had told Lisa everything. Now she understood that Jack was her father and not King Oliver as she had thought. I can't give up on my revenge now, King Oliver said. He would have to formulate a new plan and start from scratch. Why are you so bent on having your revenge? John asked King Oliver. Nyla is dead, and your revenge won't bring her back. King Oliver looked at John, and he mumbled that this revenge was to punish Jack for stealing the fairest rabbit in the garden from him. King Oliver also missed Lisa, though he didn't want to admit it. He had taken care of Lisa so long, she had become like a daughter to him. King Jack not only stole my Nyla, but he stole my daughter too. I'm sure the princess will come back, my lord. I hope so, King Oliver said in dismay. Meanwhile, Lisa was also missing her parents and her siblings in Holland. She missed King Oliver and Queen Lucy even though they didn't have as much time to play with her the way King Jack and Queen Bella did. They cared for her in their own way. King Oliver treated her like his own daughter, and he gave her his toys from time to time. She had spent most of her life with King Oliver, and Lisa missed him. Her brothers and sisters had taught her how to play hide and seek, which meant a lot to her, and she would like to see them again too. However, there was one big problem, which was the same problem that was keeping Leah and Ryan apart. Both kingdoms were at war, and King Oliver and King Jack were enemies. That meant that Lisa would have to choose one side, though she wanted to be with both her families. Even though she hadn't witnessed the time when both kings were friends, she had heard a lot of stories. She longed to reconcile her two fathers. She wanted them to be friends again, but she couldn't think of a way to go about it no matter how hard she tried. If I were smart like my brothers and sisters, would be able to think of a way, Lisa lamented. This problem spoiled Lisa's mood though she tried to remain calm. Alex noticed that something was worrying her. Are you all right, Princess Lisa? Alex asked her. What do you mean? Lisa snapped, looking away from him. You look down. Is something bothering you? Alex replied with a smile. Something you don't feel like sharing? Lisa was feeling dejected, so she told Alex that yes, she had a problem. Upon hearing this, Alex turned all his attention to Lisa and asked her how he could help. I miss my parents and siblings of the Holland Kingdom, Lisa told him. Do you want to return? But King Oliver is your father's enemy. I know that. But I love both of them. I don't want them to hate each other. But he kidnapped your birth mother and is the reason she got sick and is lost to you. Don't you hate him for that? Alex asked her, puzzled. But he also raised me as a daughter and has treated me well since I was a baby. He was lying to you and was only nice to incite you into taking revenge on your birth father. Yes, but I think he was unhappy because he has been living in hatred. Why do we need to hate? So, you want to forgive him? Yes, I want to forgive him. If we continue to live in hatred, my two fathers will not be happy, and my mother's siblings, and I will not be happy either. I believe my mother in heaven will understand. You are so kind, beautiful princess. Her kindness passed through Alex's heart like sunlight. I'm so lucky to meet you. Your heart is as beautiful as you. Thank you, Alex, Lisa said with a smile. You hope to return things to the time before King Oliver attacked the Dwarf Hotot kingdom. Yes, I hope to reunite both kingdoms and end the war between them, she told him. It is what I wish to do, but I can't think of a way, and I have been thinking a long while. Alex could see that the matter had Lisa really bothered, which made him uncomfortable. I will help you find a solution to it if you promise to cheer up, Alex said. Are you promising? Pinky swear, Alex added. That brought a smile to Lisa's face, and she and Alex brainstormed. The whole war had started because King Oliver felt that King Jack had stolen Nyla from him, which wasn't the case. Nyla had fallen in love with King Jack, and King Oliver thought himself in love with Nyla, but he was not capable of giving the kind of love Nyla required. I think I have found a way, Alex said after thinking for a while. You have. Alex nodded, and he shared the solution he had come up with. Lisa listened and agreed that it was indeed a good solution. But to set things in motion, Lisa would have to leave the Dwarf Hotot kingdom and travel to the Holland kingdom and face King Oliver. That won't be a problem. But I don't think your dad and mom will let you go. Like Alex had said, King Jack and Queen Bella really had strong reservations about Lisa going back to Holland kingdom. They told her that there was nothing for her there. You don't have a reason to go back to that place, King Jack told Lisa. I have my brothers and sisters there, and I would like to say goodbye to them. Even though King Jack was against it, he understood where Lisa was coming from. Her words reminded him of Nyla, who would have done the same in Lisa's shoes. Do you think we should let her go? King Jack asked Queen Bella. Yes, but not alone, Queen Bella replied. We need to send escorts along with. Where will we find someone willing to escort her to Holland kingdom and back? General Alex and his friend would escort me, Lisa suggested. Alex had already told her that he would follow her to Holland kingdom, and he also had a friend who wanted to see someone in Holland kingdom. General Alex. King Jack asked. If he is going to follow you, then I'll allow it. He may be young and inexperienced, but he is a brave, smart rabbit. Lisa wanted to leave that day, but Queen Bella told her that she would need to rest. She could leave the following morning. Lisa was reluctant at first, but in the end, she gave in to her mom's request. The next day, Lisa, Alex, and Ryan set off for Holland kingdom. Before she left, Lisa got some chrysanthemums for her parents in Holland knowing that they would love the gift. It was part of what Alex had told her she would need to do. She also gathered some flour cakes and herbs for her siblings, and then they set off on the journey to Holland Kingdom. Since the war, both borders were guarded, and as Lisa, Alex, and Ryan made their way over from Dwarf Hotot Kingdom, the guards at Holland border tried to stop them, but then recognized Lisa. Lisa was a princess of the Holland Kingdom, and the guards couldn't prevent her from entering the kingdom. A messenger was sent ahead to inform the king that the Princess Lisa had crossed the border. By the time Lisa and her protectors got to King Oliver's palace, King Oliver and Queen Lucy were already waiting for them. Lucy saw them from afar, and ran over to them, excited. "Father and Mother, look what I brought for you." Lisa held a large cluster of chrysanthemums she had plucked, and she handed it over to them. Queen Lucy accepted the flowers and sniffed at them. "Wow, they're so beautiful," Queen Lucy smiled. The gift of flowers really impressed King Oliver when he saw it, but he was still angry, and a couple of flowers weren't going to soothe his rage. Lisa already knew that, so she walked over to him and rubbed her mouth against his in an affectionate way. It was having the effect she wanted. King Oliver couldn't stay angry at her for long. Alex had told her the words she would say to King Oliver, and they had rehearsed it repeatedly. "Father, I love you very much. You raised me and have been the best dad a rabbit could ever ask for. Even though I know the truth, I still love you." King Oliver pretended to ignore her words. "But I also love Daddy Jack," Lisa continued. "One of you is the father who gave me life, and the other is the father who raised me. I love both my fathers." King Oliver gave a deep sigh and continued ignoring Lisa, but he was beginning to feel a little guilty. "Can you and King Jack make up?" Lisa asked, rubbing Oliver's shoulder gently. King Oliver gave Lisa a thoughtful look. He could hardly refuse her request, not with her adorable little face gazing up at him. But he also couldn't forgive King Jack that easily. "Let's welcome you back for now," King Oliver said finally. "We can discuss this later in the day." It wasn't a straight-out refusal, which was a sign of hope. Lisa looked back at Alex, who gave her a subtle nod. "Who are they?" King Oliver pointed to Alex and Ryan. "They are my friends who protect me. Let me introduce them to you," Lisa said softly. "This is General Alex, and this is Dr. Ryan." "General, little Dwarf Hotot." King Oliver laughed. "He looks the same age as you. How does he compare to our General John?" "Hello, Your Majesty," Alex and Ryan said to King Oliver politely. "Although we are young, we will do our best to protect the princess. I will let Holland lop rabbits protect you, not them," King Oliver said to Lisa. "But I am grateful you protected the princess on her journey home." King Oliver's tone softened. The discussion carried into the night. King Oliver called Queen Lucy and Lisa into the Great Hall so they could deliberate on things. Lisa was busy telling her brothers and sisters about her adventures, so she couldn't join them right away. In a way, King Oliver was glad for a few minutes alone with Queen Lucy as he could talk with her. Queen Lucy always made him relax. Moonlight was streaming into their room from outside. King Oliver turned to Queen Lucy. "I need your insight on this issue. Am I wrong? I love Lisa, but I still feel as though she betrayed me. And I hate her father, Jack." For a minute, Queen Lucy paused, looking at King Oliver. She knew how he felt, but it was time she spoke the truth to him. He needed to hear it. "I want to tell you the truth. Jack loved Nyla more. You are a noble king. You have so many wonderful things. You only want to own Nyla because Jack hurt your dignity." When Queen Lucy had said she was going to tell him the truth, King Oliver had expected to hear her honest criticism, but he had never expected this. He had never thought about his feelings for Nyla from the angle Queen Lucy was coming at it from. Could it be he had wanted Nyla, not because he loved her, but because Jack had wounded his dignity, and the idea of Jack having the fairest rabbit was one he could not bear? As he was pondering this, Lisa knocked on the door and Queen Lucy told her she could come in. She entered and joined two of them. King Oliver still pretended to be angry and didn't look at Lisa. Queen Lucy cleared her throat. "Your mom said something, and I would like to hear your honest opinion," King Oliver said. "She told me that I only wanted Nyla because King Jack hurt my dignity." Having lived with both her Dwarf Hotot and Holland lop parents, Lisa understood what love was, and she had a reply for her father. "Mother might be right. I think you wanted her because you thought you could show her beauty to others, which would make you proud," Lisa said. "You loved her because she would bring more prestige to your collection." If the answer from Queen Lucy had surprised him, Lisa's response left him flabbergasted. He had no idea what to say. He just stared at them. But Lisa was far from done. "You love Mother Lucy more. It's just that you don't know it. Why else would you have so many babies together?" Lisa went on. "Love isn't the only thing required to have babies," King Oliver replied sullenly. Queen Lucy nudged him with her paw. "Oh, yes, Of course, I love my queen. King Oliver's nose twitched. Why wouldn't I? She makes me happy and keeps me comfortable. Lisa chuckled softly his reaction, which she found cute. Moreover, since you married Mother, she has squirted on all your toys and pooped on them, but you enjoy playing with and biting with those toys. Revelation after revelation had left King Oliver surprised, and he was unsure of what to do now. He fell into deep thought, considering everything Queen Lucy and Lisa had said. He sat in profound silence. He could not deny how real and genuine their words were. It made him feel a bit saddened, as he had caused the war between the two kingdoms, which had once had such a strong friendship. Father, I want you to be happy, not stew in hatred. I know you are unhappy when you hate, and it makes me sad when you are unhappy. Sweetheart, I don't want you to be sad. King Oliver hugged Lisa. Daddy, if you are happy with Mommy, I will be happy. You are right. I have been living in hatred, but I was not happy. I have been feeling guilty about lying to your mother Nyla. I had hoped to tell her that you were still alive, but I never had a chance, King Oliver said sadly. Your mother Nyla and King Jack loved each other. Just as I love your mother, Lucy, and I love you too, my child. My queen, I feel sorry for you. Hatred has occupied my mind and made me ignore a lot of things. You are the one who brought me happiness and has always been there for me. I love you. Thank you for coming into my life. I love you too, my love. Lucy looked at him affectionately. This was good news, but it wasn't exactly what Lisa wanted to hear. She wanted to make sure that King Oliver was ready to heal the wounds and renew his friendship with King Jack, and she wasn't going to back down until she heard him say it. So, will you be reconciling with my father, King Jack? A sigh escaped from King Oliver. Lisa didn't think that was a good sign, but she wasn't sure what to do next. She had done everything Alex had told her to. There was no next step in her plan. I don't think King Jack would want to be friends with me again, said King Oliver. You did do a lot of bad things to him. He might not be willing to forgive you, Queen Lucy added. No, he isn't the kind of rabbit who would hold a grudge, Lisa piped in. I know the kind of rabbit he is, Lisa, King Oliver said. We used to be friends, and while I know he is a kind rabbit, but I'm not sure he can forgive me for what I've done. He might not, but for the sake of peace, you have to try, Queen Lucy said. Silence settled over the room as King Oliver thought about what his queen had said. He let out a deep breath, and he replied, If he is willing to forgive me, then I'm more than ready to be his friend again." Lisa jumped up and down. She was so happy. "It will be so wonderful to see my two dads become friends again," she exclaimed. King Oliver hugged Lisa and Queen Lucy. The next day, Lisa's siblings wanted to play with her. They appreciated the gifts she had brought from the Dwarf Hotot kingdom. "Thank you for your gift, I love it." "Yes, they smell incredibly good. I never ate such a delicious flour cake and herb before." "Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad you like the gifts. But I can't play today. I have to go back to Dwarf Hotot Kingdom," Lisa said. "Why? Don't you play with us anymore?" "I will miss you, Lisa." They wanted her to stay. Lisa told them that she couldn't, but she promised them that she would be back soon. She had more important business to attend to regarding the issue of reconciliation of both kingdoms. She needed to tell King Jack that King Oliver wanted to end the animosity between their kingdoms and ask for King Jack's forgiveness. As Lisa, Alex, and Ryan walked, they talked amongst themselves. "Do you think King Jack will be able to forgive him?" Ryan asked Alex. "King Jack is a good forgiving king. I'm sure that he will be able to forgive King Oliver," Alex replied. "For the peace of both kingdoms, I'm sure my father Jack will forgive him." "Did you meet Miss Leah yesterday?" Alex asked Ryan. "Yes, I was delighted to see her again," Ryan said sweetly. "Are you talking about the Holland lop rabbit named Leah?" Lisa asked. "Yes, Princess." Ryan was in a relationship with Miss Leah, Alex told Lisa. "What? You love Leah?" Lisa asked Ryan in surprise. "Yes, Princess," Ryan grinned shyly. "Why didn't I know this? What about General John?" Lisa felt a little sorry for John, who had been in love with Leah for a long time. Poor John. "General John, the famous Holland lop general?" Alex asked. "It's none of his business. General John loves Miss Leah," Lisa explained. Lisa and Alex both looked at Ryan, who appeared embarrassed. "Miss Leah is in love with me, and I am in love with her. We made a pinky promise," Ryan said proudly. They made their way over to the Dwarf Hotot Kingdom, and both King Jack and Queen Bella were pleased to see that Lisa had arrived back safe and sound. "I have a message for you from Daddy Oliver," Lisa told King Jack. "What does he want?" King Jack asked in a suspicious tone. "Peace and forgiveness if you would give them," Lisa replied. What? Both King Jack and Queen Bella asked, incredulous. Lisa explained that King Oliver had accepted that he was to blame and wished to end the war, returning things to the way they had once been between their kingdoms. He is asking for peace now, King Jack asked. After all this time, he wants to end the war. Yes, but he is afraid you won't forgive him, Lisa said tentatively. Why should I forgive him? He did a lot of terrible things to me and to your mother Nyla. He feels guilty about that. I know he does. Can you find it in your heart to forgive him? King Jack remained quiet. Holding on to your anger for him won't bring Mom back. He knows he was wrong. Can't you just forgive him? Lisa is right, honey, Queen Bella added. If my sister were alive now, she would forgive him too. She had such a kind heart, and after all, he raised Lisa. Queen Bella's words brought a rush of memories to King Jack. These memories flashed through his mind. He and Oliver had been the best of friends when they were young. They had always played together in the garden and enjoyed sunrises and sunsets together. Jack was often lying on top of Oliver as he was more robust than Jack. They ate Lady May's roses in secret, and then tugged at her long skirt. She couldn't even punish them because they were such cute rabbits. What a good time we had back in the old days. King Jack thought wishfully. He was glad that Lisa was such a kind-hearted and tolerant girl. He told Lisa that if King Oliver wanted his forgiveness, he would give it to him if it would restore the peace between the kingdoms. Thank you, Daddy, Lisa said, rushing towards him. It's only right, my dear, King Jack said. I knew your father would do the right thing. Bella looked affectionately at King Jack. Thank you, my love. King Jack held Queen Bella's paw. To forgive him is to bring happiness to me and to our kingdoms. Thank goodness for the good heart of my daughter, which has brought us all back together. Then Jack turned to Lisa, my daughter, remember that tolerance brings joy into one's life. If we are all tolerant of one another, we can lean on one another for love and support. And thus, the two kingdoms divided by love were on the road to becoming reunited once again. King Oliver had taken the first step by admitting that he was wrong. King Jack was also ready to forgive King Oliver. By the end of the week, both King Jack and King Oliver had met, and officially ended the war between them. King Oliver still felt guilty, but the deep bond of friendship convinced King Jack to forgive him. Jack, my best friend, King Oliver said. I feel terrible that I hurt you. Oliver, my best friend. I forgive you. I know if Nyla alive, she would forgive you too." They embraced one another. "I'm also grateful for my good daughter, Lisa. She is a kind girl. Without her, this renewed friendship might not have been possible," King Oliver said, proud of his daughter. "No, she is my daughter, and she is a lovely princess," King Jack said. "She is lovely, but she is my beautiful daughter. I raised her and gave her many toys. No, she is my daughter. I gave her a luxury room bigger than the room you gave her." They started bickering. Lisa, Alex, and Ryan laughed to see them arguing over who was the better father. "You both are my daddy," Lisa said loudly. "I love you both." They conceded that it was true, and then sat round talking like they had when they were young rabbits. "What are you guys talking about?" Lisa said, coming over. "I'm so happy to see you are back to being friends." "Thank you, my beautiful daughter. You helped restore our friendship," King Oliver said. "Tolerance is the essential wisdom of life. Your father's tolerance saved my soul. It is like sunshine in the winter, warming my heart." With the peace being restored, both Holland Lop rabbits and Dwarf Hotot rabbits started to play in the garden and grass together once again. Just like they had done before the war, they ran after each other and raced to dig dirt. Both kingdoms exchanged food and herbs, and there was one thing both kingdoms shared: a princess. Lisa had united them as she was now a princess of both kingdoms. The beautiful Princess Lisa of the Dwarf Hotot Kingdom and the Holland Lop Kingdom. Everyone hailed her for bringing peace, but Lisa was only glad to have both her dads together as friends. Lisa and Alex spent more time playing under the trees. As evening drew on, they walked under the moonlight. The garden was peaceful, and everything looked charming and comfortable under the hazy moonlight. "It's a beautiful night," Lisa said while she started dancing. Alex looked at her with love in his eyes. "It's very nice, life is good," they chat happily. "I feel wonderful, Alex." They sat beside each other under the rose bushes. "Everyone is happy. We don't have war anymore. How nice is this?" "It is because of you, my beautiful princess." He walked up to her and kissed her. "It is my biggest happiness to meet you. I love you, my princess." The soft light of the moon poured down, embellishing the trees and flowers in mottled colors. The moonlight stretched their shadows slowly and started to blend them, turning into a heart. On this peaceful night, may all beautiful dreams surround you, cradling you into a night of good sleep. Good night.